Artists can be kind of messy. Which bear is the most condescending? Here is where I make the music. I've scored a lot of projects from this keyboard. I don't move any of this stuff. It's always like this, ready to go, so that whenever I'm ready to shoot, we can start rolling. It would seem as though we've been doing these videos long enough for people to notice not only the content that we talk about from the studio, but notice the studio itself. And so I thought maybe we can do a studio tour of our own. So with that said, this is the 2024 edition of my studio. Welcome to my crib. That was a little MTV throwback. Sorry. Okay, so this is where I do all the shooting. But before we get there, I want to show you this. Artists can be kind of messy, and it's not that I don't want to clean it up, but you know, we're going in and out, I'm shooting, you know, and then I have to load the equipment in the truck, get it out of the truck, come back, and so it ends up getting just kind of thrown over here. But that doesn't matter. You know why? Because this camera is facing that way, so nobody will ever see it. This microphone is only used for like when I want to do like a podcast setup. So some of the reels that you've seen where I'm talking about different tips and techniques, I usually shoot it on this microphone just because I like the look. I don't know, maybe it'll change one day. The camera that I use is a Sigma FP, and I put a 17mm lens on there because it lets you see more of a wide angle and it lets you see the studio. This monitor allows me to see myself. That's always important. It lets me see like the fine details, make sure I don't have any boogers or any stray hairs. I keep a 5x7 index card to help me remember the settings of the camera. The light is an old throwback Kino Flow light that I found myself not using anymore. Kino Flows are hard to move around because they're big and bulky, and so I thought maybe I should just use this for my YouTube setup. And then of course I got the Rode Shotgun microphone that lets you hear me. All right. These are my screens. They add a little bit of interest to the shot. I'm usually playing like some Netflix preview or something like that, just to keep the real film ambiance going. This Ronin has been here and is kind of collecting dust right now. This is a Ronin follow focus motor. One day I'm gonna open it and use it. As we move our way around the studio, you'll notice that we have the lamp fixture, but inside the lamp fixture is the Aperture B7C light, which is what I use to splash a little color on the wall. And there's a little tip: if you throw color on a white wall, it'll be more pronounced. Here is where I make the music. I've scored a lot of projects from this keyboard. I did music that you'll find in the short film Shine, music in Unspoken, which is on Amazon Prime, as well as a lot of other things that I've done right here from this keyboard. Just a little something. Now we get to the part that my wife is always on me about, which is my bookshelf. A lot of the stuff on the bookshelf is thrown out of focus, so you never really see it, but now that we're doing this tour, you get the chance to see what's actually on this bookshelf. And what is on this bookshelf? It's a myriad of things. You have pictures of my family, some equipment here. This was an award that I got for a short film. Very grateful to get that. Here's another award from Williams Temple Church. Here's another award for Best New Media Comedy. We got some of the books here that I love reading. We have some filmmaking books. We have some character building books. Kobe Bryant, The Mamba Mentality. We got my Bible. This was the camera that I used in photographing Etta Mae, if you recognize that. This was her little makeup. What are these called? This is her makeup compact. Probably could have let her have that. Right here, this sign. Interesting story. I bought this sign for really, really cheap. And about 1 week into using it, it did this, where 7 of the 8 letters don't really light up anymore. And just this little piece of the T, right here is really bright. But either way, I like the message. Don't quit, do it. Don't quit, do it. Okay, let's go to the next part. And finally, we have a piece of the set that's actually not in this room, which I've heard people talk about as well, and that is the video game back there. We got this video game some months back, and as you can see, we have a lot of fun on this thing. And it just worked out where you can actually see it in the shot of the studio. Sometimes they call those happy accidents, and I'll take it. Okay, that's the studio tour. Hopefully you enjoyed going behind the scenes of how the proverbial sausage is made, or whatever they say. This sign was made by a friend of mine who is an amazing woodwork artist, and he made all this from scratch. Get ready for more videos from this studio. We have a lot planned and a lot to do, and I want you to be part of it. Be blessed, stay inspired, and always, always shoot for the difference.